We're at Clyde Smith Field on the campus of Cardinal Newman High School, where today we bring you a NorCal Division I matchup. It's the Whitney Wildcats from the Sacramento area taking on the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. Cardinal Newman the 4 seed, Whitney the 5 seed, as these battle it out for the NorCal Regional Championship here live today at Cardinal Newman High School. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Cox, along with Pat McDonald, and doesn't get much better than this, Pat, in terms of high school baseball. These teams have made it through their sections. They won the title. They got seeded in the top 8 of all of Northern California, and a great day here for baseball. It's a beautiful day, not too warm, and it should be a really good matchup.
Yeah, a little overcast, wind blowing out to left, but you know, one thing about these NorCals is right after sections, these kids go out and celebrate, and they have a blast. The next thing you know, they look up, they have one day to practice, and then boom, you're here at NorCal. So they're right back at it, and 4 or 5 seed, of course, in the game of baseball, anything can happen.
Let's take a look at the bracket here in this CIF, and you see the number 1 seed was Valley Christian. A lot of people thought Newman was going to get the number 2 seed, but they ended up in the 4 hole. Whitney beat Franklin, so they got seeded ahead of them. De La Salle ended up as the number 2 seed in this NorCal bracket. The winner of this plays the winner of the Valley Christian game. Now let's take a look at the batting order for the Whitney Wildcats. It'll be Jimenez, Allen, Erickson, Vavac, Euler, Gilmore, McClendon, Saunders, and Vandekamp rounding out their starting 9. They hit well over 300 as a team, and they have one guy in particular, Gilmore, with 4 home runs this year. Defensively, Cardinal Newman will look a little something like this today, as announced by head coach Derek DeBenedette. Sam Valenti's in left, Anane Wilson in center, Niehaus in right. It'll be Pueu, Boardman, Lazark, and Boyd around the infield. Starting at first base today is Pueu. And behind the plate, Brinson and Landon Rhoda will be doing the pitching today for the Cardinal Newman Cardinals. Rhoda's had a great year. In fact, he is 8-0 on the year. And he hopes to have another good game here today as we pop in Vero Pueu.
Leading off the ball game for the Wildcats, second baseman, number 7.
Yeah, and he's going to have a slight advantage here over the Whitney pitcher just simply because he's pitching on his home field. He knows the mound, so it might take the Whitney pitcher a little longer to get used to the mound. But you take a look at them; they're 8-0. He strikes out 3 guys for every guy he walks. So obviously, Coach Derek DeBenedette wants him to go after him and let the defense do the work in this first inning.
Leadoff guy is Jax Jimenez, hitting .407 this year with 8 runs batted in for the Whitney Wildcats. Strong team. Their CIF, their section playoffs, which is the Sac Joaquin section, they play a 2 out of 3 in the semifinals, which is kind of interesting. And they knocked off St. Mary's of Stockton in that 2 out of 3 as the first pitch of the day is in for a strike. Kind of amazing. We're wearing jackets and sweatshirts and everything here. May 30th. A little bit of sun starting to peek too, but that's the first time all day we've seen that. Landon Rhoda with a breaking ball, and that's fouled off.
Well, these kids definitely don't care about the weather. They're excited to be here, and the weather may play a little bit of a factor. If the ball's hit to left field, it will carry a little bit with the wind blowing out there toward the tennis courts. Other than that, it's going to be a pretty big park today. It's going to be hard to hit one out of here.
Yeah, most of the home runs you see on this field are in the tennis courts, right down that left field line. It's a little shallower, and the wind tends to blow across from right field to left field.
Rhoda doing a good job. Ahead 0-2 here.
Jimenez waiting, still 0-2. Rhoda battling. And the 2-seamer misses outside. Good spot. Justice Brinson setting away that time, and he hit a spot.
Yeah, he did, and you'll see Brinson over there looking over there at Coach DeBenedette, and he's giving the signs. You'll see that at the high school and college level a lot.
Fastball misses up. 2-2. Jimenez battling here.
Big pitch here in this at bat. If Jimenez can work this count full after being down 0-2, it's huge for him. And, of course, Rhoda wants to put him away right here.
7 doubles and 5 triples this year for Jimenez. He's also scored 41 runs for this team. And Rhoda gets him swinging for the first out.
And he couldn't have thrown a better pitch. High fastball right up in his eye line, and nothing Jimenez could have done here. I mean, this is what you got to protect 2-2, and you'll see where this ball crosses the plate. Definitely a high pitch, but it's right in his sight line, and just a perfect pitch.
Said, chase me all over it, and he did. Tyler Allen steps in next, and he shows bunt and pops it up.
And that's one of these things these teams may not know because they aren't from the same area. How much scouting have they done? How much have they been able to get? I mean, does the number 2 hitter bunt a lot? They don't know.
Common opponent is Oak Ridge. Newman played Oak Ridge twice, once in a non-league game and once in the Boris, and beat them both times. Whitney, I believe, split with Oak Ridge this year in their season. Here's Rhoda now with a 1-1 count on the number 2 hitter. Rhoda winds and deals, and that one's on the outside corner. Really nice pitch.
Yeah, upper part of the strike zone in the corner. Hit his spot. So he's thrown 2 fastballs and a curveball. A lot of options to come back with now, 1-2.
Our umpires today, John Pierce, Rod Materi, and Chris Steiner.
So both batters have worked the count to 2-2 now. Again, huge pitch here. Benedetti's probably going to go after him. We saw him go after with a high fastball last time, see if he throws a breaking ball, or he wants to give him that fastball again.
2-2 pitch here on the way to Tyler Allen. He's going to call time at the plate. There is no pitch clock in high school baseball, so they can kind of take their time and do what they need to do. Imagine it's coming soon, though. Although 7-inning games really don't need it as much as a 9-inning game.
I'll tell you what, at the college level, it really gets the games going. A lot of college games are getting done in 2 hours, 15 minutes.
Oh, wicked breaking ball. Got him looking. Allen goes back to the dugout. 2 away now. Just absolutely froze him with that one. Great pitch.
He couldn't have hit a better spot. I mean, just inside corner. He's looking fastball, and he's hoping that ball stays inside, but the ball definitely over the plate. Perfect pitch. So Rhoda looking good right away.
Strikes out the first 2 he faces now. Facing the number 3 hitter, Jonathan Vavac, and he swings and misses. Vavac hitting .342 with a home run and 22 runs batted in. Or check it, this is actually Nathan Erickson. Get that straightened out for you. Rhoda looking good. He's just pounding the zone right there. There's Erickson's numbers, .349 with 28 runs batted in. And he's quickly facing an 0-2 count. Ground ball to short. Jack Lazart plays the hop. And the side is retired. A 1-2-3 inning for Landon Rhoda. And now it will be Cardinal Newman's turn to hit. Really good, strong inning right there, leaving little doubt as Newman now gets a chance to hit for the first time today. And Pat, if you're in the coaching staff over there at Newman, you're really happy with the fact that he was pounding the zone early on.
Yeah, the only pitches he really missed with were only outside by or up by a few inches, except for the 0-2 waste pitch he threw. So he's got, again, he knows the mound, he knows the field. They do have asterisk or turf here, so the ball's going to bounce true. Let your defense do the work.
Here's the lineup for Derek Benedetti today. Wilson, Niehaus, Boyd, Lazart, Valenti gets a start in left field with Cameron Palmer injured. Rhoda, Boardman, Puello, and Brinson is rounding out the starting 9 for them. Defensively, this is what the Whitney Wildcats will look like today. It'll be Vanderkap, Rogowski, and Estes in the outfield. Erickson, Euler, Jimenez, and Gilmore on the infield. Sanders behind the plate, and the left-hander, McClendon, will be on the bump for them, and he's had quite a year.
Yeah, when I looked at his stats, briefly before the game, what jumps out at you is 18 walks, 87 strikeouts.
Yeah, also, so he's got to have pretty good velocity. He strikes a lot of guys out, but he's also got really good control. 1.72 ERA.
And, you know, being a lefty, they tend to still confuse kids. I don't care what level you're at. A lot of kids don't like facing lefties. And the other thing that's huge then is with a lefty, they can oftentimes control the running game at first base. It's just you can be over there your whole life, and it's hard to get used to lefties when you're on the bases. That's where Coach McGee is going to have to do some work over there and keep the Cardinal base runner safe over there.
Yeah, and if you're one of the early guys that gets on, you want to see that move. You get a big one-way lead and see if you can draw the throw over there and hope that he tips his hat and shows his A move at some point as Anani Wilson steps in. He's a switch hitter. He'll hit from the right side. Just recently decided to uncommit to UC Riverside, and he's going to go to Santa Rosa Junior College next year. Santa Rosa Junior College got really close to getting to the CCC 2A championship, state championship. Sierra knocked them out in the final game of their 3-game series as Wilson takes a 2-seam fastball just outside for a ball, 1-0. Going out of the windup, the lefty puts it right over the plate for a strike. Right now I'm seeing, not a ton of velocity. We're probably mid-80s, 84, maybe 86, but that's about it.
Yeah, he took a little off that last pitch. Make sure he got over the plate.
Kind of a slider down and in that time, 1-2. So he's already showing an array of pitches, the changeup, the slider, and the fastball, which is a 2-seam. I don't know if he has a 4-seam. We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, and again, you go advantage pitcher here just because simply they haven't seen each other this year.
And Wilson hits this one back up the middle. Nice stop at second base, but he's got no play. Runner aboard for Newman. They get their first hit of the ball game. And Nate Niehaus will come to the plate.
That was just the wrong place for the Whitney defense there, and the right place for Cardinal Newman offense. Hit that ball right up the middle. Wasn't hit that hard. A nice play by Jimenez, but he simply just can't get up and get anything on the throw, and Wilson hustles down the line.
Yeah, he kind of lost his footing there on the turf. So Wilson's aboard to lead things off, and Nate Niehaus steps in. Niehaus was the hero in the section championship, got down a squeeze bunt in the bottom of the 7th. They came from behind 1-0 to score 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Wilson with a pretty conservative lead right now.
There's the throw over.
You see DeBenedetti early was playing for 1 run here. He had him sacrifice on the first pitch. He just went ahead and flashed some signs. We'll see what's on now.
Niehaus has had a great year, hitting .407. One of the guys that's really improved a ton since last season. 0-1 to the big left-handed hitter. Pitch out, nothing doing. Wilson will check back into the bag.
That's a pitch you can throw if you believe your pitcher's going to throw strikes.
Yeah, I love the pitch out. Just let them know we will do that if you're thinking about running, and Niehaus can't get the bunt down here.
That was just a beautiful slider away, and Niehaus went after it. The ball was way out of the strike zone by the time it got over the plate. Now 1-2, the big question is for DeBenedetti. Does he keep the bunt on, or does he let him hit?
Niehaus goes oppo. Very good at hitting the ball to left field as the big left-hander.
And again, that's maybe if you've scouted Newman a little more, the center fielder to be shaded a little bit more toward left field. He's not. He's pretty much straight away. There's a lot of room down the left field line if he can just poke one down the line.
Lefty versus lefty, and Niehaus fouls it off. That's one thing, you might be tempted to find a right-handed bat near the top of your order to hit against the lefty, but Niehaus does a nice job against lefties and righties.
Yeah, he's fighting these balls off. He's basically saying, you're not striking me out. I'm putting this ball in play somehow. Left fielder and third baseman got to be on high alert. Wilson's still with a conservative lead.
Sun's coming out here, but yeah, Wilson hasn't really shown any signs of trying to steal the bag right here. Derek's flashing some signs down there. We'll see if maybe he gets the green light here. Two and two to Niehaus. Got it.
Oh my, what a pitch.
Up and in.
That ball, it was after going outside on every pitch, pretty much the entire at bat, he went inside, and then the ball just dips at the last minute. This is a heck of a pitch. That was almost like a sinker. Wow.
Brady Boyd steps in now. Hugo, Pat wants to see that. Pat wants to see that.
Yeah.
He didn't have it there. Throw over to first, checking Wilson back to the base. Brady Boyd with a couple of home runs this year. Takes that one up and away for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Newman still hasn't shown any signs of trying to get Wilson off and running. Seen a couple throw over there, so we'll see if maybe that helps. Strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Runner at first, 1 away for Newman here in the bottom of the first inning. That one gets all the way to the backstop, and that will oblige Newman.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there, whether that ball, normally a ball the catcher would be able to block from what I saw, but we're directly behind the plate. We have to look at it again, but whether it's a wild pitch or a pass ball, we'll take a look, and we'll see where this ball bounces. See, McClendon's been around the plate the whole time. This little surprise for Saunders. Oh, hit the front of the plate. Saunders had no chance. That ball missed by a mile, and good break for Newman there. And right now Saunders and McClendon going over their signs, making sure that they know what sequence of signs they're going to be on here. Catcher and pitcher have to know. This catcher's going to put down more than one sign, obviously.
Curveball, and he popped it up. Calling for it is the first baseman Gilmore, and he puts it away. He's got a little under that one. 2 away.
Shortstop number 8, Jack Lazark.
Yeah, you saw Gilmore when he went for that ball. He quickly got accustomed to the sun. He's wearing his sunglasses. I'll give him credit.
Lazark steps in, hitting .296.
He's right on the plate too. He is.
Bounces this one back up the middle. This time Jimenez has it.
Wow.
And throws to first in time.
That play was, Lazark got down the line. That play was closer than I thought it was going to be. Jimenez didn't get a whole lot on that throw. But nonetheless, he made the play, and both pitchers look good early on.
So we're heading to the second inning now. Good ball game here at Cardinal Newman, the NorCal playoffs. And we'll be back with more in just a moment.
And their families united together with CIF to create a better future for California's student athletes.
High school goes by in a flash, but if you make the most of it, you'll have lifelong memories and skills needed for college and beyond.
What does it smell like?
It smells like condiments, like mustard and ketchup.
Top of the second now here in the NorCal playoffs.
Designated hitter number 21, Jonathan Vavok.
Vavok will step in now. we'll take a look at Vavok's numbers on the year. 342, 1 home run, 22 runs batted in. Both these teams are pretty even in the number of home runs they've hit.
Flyovers coming in about 20 minutes late.
Yeah, it was supposed to be right when the anthem was going on. What happened there? I guess maybe a little traffic coming up from SFO. Vivak takes that one for a ball, 1-0. Rhoda looked real good in the first innings. Struck out 2, set him down in order, and he hits the outside corner with that one. Plate umpire John Pierce says, yes, indeed.
Yeah, Vavik 7 doubles, 2 triples on the year.
Oh, man, he's got that pitch working today. I'll tell you what, that is a tough one. Vavak just kind of stared that one down, 1-2.
Yeah, it's going to take a couple of bats for those guys, the Whitney batters, to get used to that pitch.
See what he goes to now with 2-strike count. Fastball didn't get him to offer this time. John Pierce establishing that strike zone. Where is high? Where is it a strike? Where is it a ball? That one was just above the belt and called a ball. 2-2. Breaking ball. Did he go? No, says Chris Steiner.
And that was a perfect breaking ball. It was on the corner of the plate and then broke about 6 inches off. Brinson did a good job with it.
You make the call.
But it was just off the plate. See Brinson try to pull the ball. Little catcher trick to pull the ball back over that plate. Didn't get the ump, fully ump. Oh, money.
Swing and a miss. The high heat, and Rhoda has strikeout number 3.
Shortstop number 1, Luke Euler.
Well, Rhoda's just doing a good job. He's making sure when he's got 2 strikes, the curveball / sliders just out off the plate, and the fastballs just down in the zone up high where it's hard for him to catch up.
Luke Euler is next. He's hitting over 400 this year. Batted leadoff a few times. They have moved him back today. Just kind of checking their box scores of some of their playoff games, and Euler had hit leadoff a couple, 2-3 times in a row. Not the case today, as 0-1 now. Rhoda continuing, and there's that 2-seamer that tails away from the lefty. Nice pitch.
Yeah, Euler not a ton of power, only 9 doubles on the year, no triples, no home runs, so he's your classic lefty singles hitter here, just trying to get on base and get something going on for Whitney.
Rhoda winds and deals inside fastball, and he inside outs it. Mason Lerma pitched in the NCS championship game on Saturday, so he's only had a couple days rest. Probably not available today. Got Larson, Sandoval, all very capable of backing up Rhoda, but Rhoda likes to go the distance. He kind of keeps it going and gets a little bit better as the game goes on in some cases. That one just misses outside.
Outfield for Cardinal Newman just took about 4 or 5 steps in with 2 strikes. They are not expecting Euler to hit this ball very far. If he hits one over their heads, he's going to run for a while because they are playing way in.
Yeah, really shallow, especially in left field. Sam Valenti, 2-2 the count. Misses upstairs with a fastball. 3-2 will go the distance here. Luke Euler.
Again, Whitney hasn't got much going yet, but at least they're seeing a few pitches from Rhoda. That hopefully will give them, their coaching staff hopefully give them a chance to, next time up through the order.
And this one's ripped to center field. That's a base hit. Euler squares that one up. And just like that, the Whitney Wildcats have a base runner here with 1 away.
Well, Rhoda had to come into him, and he did a good job. He kept that ball. It was toward the upper part of the strike zone. You just credit Euler for, just knocking this back. Look at him. He doesn't try to do too much. Just nice quiet swing, short stroke, and goes back up the middle, and Whitney's got his first base runner with 1 out.
Euler has stolen 3 bases this year. His team runs a little bit. Jimenez has 21, and Allen has 25 stolen bases this year.
Got a short lead right now, not much.
Jace Gilmore is next. Runner does not go. Gilmore hits it to center field, and that's going to fall in. And Ane Wilson makes the catch.
That's a little bit of surprise. Jumping on the first pitch, he got the fastball and just poked it over the shortstop.
Number 13, Gavin McClendon.
That was kind of a high fastball, too.
Yeah. And again, not doing a whole lot of it, and just puts the ball in play. And right now, Whitney's got a little bit of something going, but Rhoda still's got good command. He's not scared out there. He knows he can get out of this jam with a couple good pitches, maybe even just one.
Yeah, Rhoda pitches really well with guys on base. Some guys will kind of lose it a little bit once they have to go out of the stretch, but he's not one of those. McClendon is next, and he takes a ball.
So he went ahead and went slider there after going fastball the last couple hits. So
McClendon has 20 runs batted in on the year.
I mean, again, the outfield is really shallow, so a single is not necessarily going to score a run right now.
Yeah, I would say no. Fastball misses up, 2-0.
So the right fielder is shallow, the center fielder is very shallow, and the left fielder is extremely shallow. So again, probably going to need to hit the ball in the gap, or at least get the outfielder to turn their back if the third base coach is going to send a runner here. Otherwise, it's going to take 2 hits to score a run.
Fastball up, 3-0.
Right now, the coaching staff for Whitney's got a choice to make. You know, do you make him throw a couple strikes here, or do you turn him loose? You know he's going to get a fastball.
Euler at second, trying to score the first run of the ball game. McClendon waiting. 3-0 pitch is a strike.
Right on the outside part of the plate. Perfect pitch.
Barrel Puello playing behind the bag there at first base.
Big moment in this game. It's only a second inning, but a huge moment right now.
Yeah, both these pitchers are pretty stingy. You don't figure this to be a high-scoring game, so runs are going to be a premium today. And if you have a chance to score one early, you'll take it. 3-1 pitch. Rhoda misses upstairs, and the bases are loaded.
Batter, number 2, Shane Saunders.
Saunders is next for Whitney. And it looks like Derek DeBenedetti is going to pay a visit.
Yeah, obviously a good move here by DeBenedetti. He's going to go out again, like we said, it's a second inning. But with these two teams, you know, I'm sure both coaches are expecting a low-scoring game, and every run's going to be crucial. They also have an offensive timeout here, and Whitney's talking about what are they going to do here. Is Saunders, there's huge options. You just let him hit away. You can do a slash play. You can do a safety squeeze. You can do a straight squeeze play. You can try to put the pressure on the defense. So options aplenty for Whitney here.
Bases loaded, 1 out. We'll see if Newman plays the infield back in hopes of a double play, or they bring everybody in.
And Saunders doesn't have a really high batting average, only .216. So it's going to be important for him to put the ball in play, and it's going to be important for Rhoda not to give in to him, not just throw fastballs down the middle. Rhoda's going to still have to hit his corners, and he's going to need to get his breaking ball over here at this at-bat at one point.
Saunders does have a home run to his credit this year, 16 runs batted in. Puello's up, corners up, middle infielders are back. They'll play for 2 if the ball's hit right at them in the middle of the infield.
And Saunders being a catcher, not being judgmental here, but most catchers aren't the fastest guys on the team. So
you never know, but yeah, that's
usually a few catchers.
And there's a strike. Rhoda starts him off with a nice pitch.
Perfect breaking ball. Fastball away, 1-1 now. So now Saunders has got to protect the plate for the fastball and the breaking ball. See if DeBenedetti goes back to that breaking ball. It looked like money the last pitch. Try to induce that ground ball to second. Ooh, look out.
That one misses up high.
Rhoda just let that slip out of his hands. So 2-1.
The Newman softball team is also playing today. They're at Ponderosa today, and that game is 0-0 after 2.
Fastball outside corner. Got the call.
Big pitch right there by Rhoda. Strikeout would be very nice. Double play, even better. But right now, Rhoda's thinking strikeout with count 2-2 here to Sanders, the number 9 hitter in this Whitney lineup.
Brinson setting up outside.
Got him swinging. Huge pitch right there.
Left fielder, number 12, Adam Vanderkamp.
Just a straight challenge fastball, and Saunders could not catch up with it. This ball is right down the pipe. You see Brinson just saying, let's go, bring it on. And this pitch is waist high. Boom, right by him. Now the 9 hitter's got the pressure on him.
Rhoda looking confident right now. Vanderkamp at the plate. Aiden Vanderkamp.
275 hitter.
Bases still loaded. That one misses just away. Vanderkamp hitting .284 on the year with 9 runs batted in. Would love to give his Whitney Wildcats the lead right now. Luke Euler at third base. Fouled off. Head coach Jackson Watt for this Wildcats team. One of the newer schools in the Rockland area. Such a growing area over there. El Dorado Hills, Rockland.
Got the bases loaded. 2 singles and a walk.
Rhoda 1 strike away. Nice stop by Brinson. Saves a run right there.
And talking to catchers, they love playing on the turf. No surprise bounces. And Brinson just dropped down. Good technique.
2-2.
Going outside.
Chased the high fastball and just missed it.
Wow.
That would have been ball 3. It was up in his eyes.
Yeah, but he's protecting with 2 strikes. It's just hard to lay off his pitches because Rhoda's just around the strike zone. When you're a hitter, the last thing you want to do is go down looking here. Anything close, he's going to be offering.
Breaking ball hit to second. Nice play by Boardman, and he throws him out. Diego Boardman makes a very nice play. That ball was hit hard and tends to skip a little bit on the turf, but Boardman makes the play nicely, and the side is retired. So Newman puts a 0 on the board, and we will head to the bottom of the second inning now. Good ball game.
Get paid to be a full-time student while serving your community. Ask us about our 100% tuition reimbursement program. Join SAR to be a part.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
Had a great future. Contact us today at nationalguard.com.
Where's the pitcher, David? What's going on?
Waiting for the pitcher to come out. He was on base, so he had to kind of go back to the dugout and get it together.
Definitely taking his time getting out there. But again, when you're starting pitcher in a section game, You are in charge.
Let's think of that play that ended the inning again.
Yeah, he hit it hard. It was like one quick hop. It was spinning a little bit, had a little side spin to it, but a nice play there by Bodman, and just nice. And it turns out, looks like a harmless ground ball in the box score, but it was much more than that. Bases loaded, and Rhoda gets out of the jam.
So we're going to the bottom of the second now. Look at the rankings in California and see, it's kind of interesting. The top-ranked team is Valley Christian. This is Max Preps. Newman was actually the second-ranked team at number 6 overall in the state. However, they got the 4 seed. De La Salle was 11, and you see Whitney down there in the 16 spot. Franklin, who was the 12, actually would have probably got this seed, but Whitney beat them in their section championship.
Yeah, it's really hard to make hide or hair of exactly how they're seeded and why, but the bottom line is they're here, 4 or 5 seeds, and so far the teams are fairly evenly matched. Valley Christian, wow, what a campus down there in San Jose if you've ever been to it. Oh my, up on the hill.
Here we go. Sam Valenti steps in. Takes one outside for a ball. Valenti, who's kind of been in and out of the lineup this year, had kind of a back injury that kept him sidelined for a while. And that's a strike. Valenti has his batting average sitting right at 300. Couple of RBIs this year.
I'll tell you what, he passes the eye test, doesn't he?
Yes. And he hits this one right at the second baseman, Jimenez, and he makes the play.
And again, that's a ground ball where if the second baseman is just playing in his normal position, that gets up through for a single, but Whitney's moved their second baseman around a little bit and starting to play guys here on this Newman team to pull a little bit.
Stepping in next is Landon Rhoda, trying to help his own cause. Hitting .375 this year with a home run and 13 runs batted in. They elect not to go with the DH when he pitches. He hits this one down the right field line, and it's caught. Nice job down that right field line, reaching up. Allen makes the play.
Yeah, and I thought off the bat, I thought that ball was getting down, but it just hung up there. For some reason, I mean, it looked like they were playing pretty much straight away, and that he was in medium deep, but Rhoda gets on this, but Allen, he hustles right over, and that ball does not get down.
Yeah, kind of carried. Diego Boardman is next. What a year he's had for this team. Hitting .400 with 12 runs batted in. He's been in the 4-hole, the 5-hole, the 6-hole. They've moved him all over the lineup.
This is where it's fun. You watch a guy like this who can hit against a guy who's just pounding the strike zone. Something's going to happen here. Going to put the ball in play.
That's at least 10 points.
7 of these Cardinal Newman baseball players signed NLIs last week, making their decision on where they want to go next year. It was kind of a fun event. Rhoda with a 1-2 count. And
perfect
strike. Wow. Inside corner, got him.
He could not have put that in a better spot. That was just a perfect pitch, and the catcher, Saunders, grabbed that ball and pulled it back over the plate. Got the strikeout.
Wow.
Nike is the official
Here's
footwear, apparel,
that last pitch.
Watch Saunders as he catches this ball. He gets a little 2-inch movement toward the back over the plate, and bingo, gets the call.
Nike.com for more information.
So Newman comes up empty, and we are sitting at 0-0 after 2. We will head to the top of the 3rd inning, and that'll give me a chance to let you know that Today's game is sponsored by Corrective Exercise and Restoration, the team trainers here at Cardinal Newman. They specialize in a holistic approach toward healthcare. Get your athlete back on the field, back on the court as quickly and as safely as possible. They have an office in Sebastopol and Santa Rosa. Also sponsoring today's game, Anchor 21 Promotional Branding. They specialize in hats, t-shirts, and sweatshirts. Great customer service. Go to their website at anchor21branding.com. They are local. Also sponsoring today's game, Elite Excursions, a local luxury transportation business serving Sonoma, Napa, and Marin counties for over 15 years. They specialize in wine tours, weddings, sporting events, airport transfers, and any other transportation needs. Elite Excursions. Cardinal Newman dugout looking on as Rhoda got out of a big jam. That bases loaded, one out situation, and he put a 0 on the board. That was huge. Whitney will have the top of their order coming up as Jax Jimenez gets ready to hit. He's been very active at second base so far as well.
Brian McGee over there in the helmet. Just got to give him a shout out, just because he's Brian McGee.
He's a classic.
He is a classic. Good guy, very good guy. Always in a good mood. Always rooting for everybody.
Yeah, had a great playing career before becoming a coach. And he's done a great job.
Second baseman, number 7, Jack.
Like I said, though, he's got a tough job over there at first today with the lefty on the mound. But just a beautiful day out here, and again, you look at the flag there real quick in the picture, and again, the wind blowing out to left, but so far hasn't really been a factor in the game at all. Top of the order.
Jimenez sitting at just over 400.
Struck out in a high fastball last time.
And that's a strike, 1-1. Rhoda has good velocity today. I like the snap he's got on his fastball, and it's really helping his curveball with that downward motion. Very sharp breaking pitch today. There it is right there, and he just misses up and away. That was close.
Yeah, ball was high. Didn't snap like he wanted it to. Didn't keep it down.
2-1 here to the leadoff hitter for Whitney. And there's a swing and a miss.
Can't throw that fast. It hurts his feelings.
Rhoda winds and deals, and that curveball misses away.
So after missing with those two breaking balls here, 3-2, you got to assume that he's going to come back with a fastball here, and it's going to be mano a mano.
Challenge fastball, and he pops it up foul. Rhoda came right after him on that one.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect to see anything else. It's just going to be whether or not Jimenez can put that ball in play or not. And if Rhoda elevates it just a little bit, he might get him to swing at it again like he did last at bat.
Rhoda approaching the 50 pitch count mark, according to Hugo. Fouls that one off. Tough guy to strike out, obviously. Struck him out the first time up.
Great battle right here between these two guys.
Still 3-2. Jax Jimenez at the plate, trying to get aboard here to start this inning off, and he hits this one right to short. On the run, Lazar got him. Nice play.
Slow developing play, but Lazar with enough on the throw, get him by half a step. Nobody here on this Whitney team's really got a hold of one so far. It's just been, just been able to put the ball in play. A couple of singles last inning, but nothing special.
Tyler Allen steps in. Curveball, check swing. And Rhoda handles it easily himself. He tried to hold up and could not.
Number 11, Nathan Erickson.
It was a breaking ball first pitch. Just a simple check swing by Allen, and he got too much of the ball. And a simple play here. And that's what the pitcher loves. One pitch, one out, and the only other person that likes that more than the pitcher is the manager.
Yeah, no doubt.
With that pitch cup getting up about 50.
Nathan Erickson is next.
Ground out to shortstop last time up. First pitch, curveball away.
Swing and a miss. That's on the corner, strike 3. Paints the corner and gets the call. So Newman heads back to the dugout as Landon Rhoda continues to look good. Got out of the jam last inning, but he mows through the top of the order this time. And we're heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning now with Newman up. Or no, we're 0-0 here, looking for our first run of the day. Good ball game.
Wherever you are, Spectrum News 1 app. Available in App Store and Google Play.
It's a tackle and he's gone on the very first play. Oh! Cardinal in the dugout trying to get fired up here as they hit for the 3rd time off the left-hander.
You're not sure exactly what they're going over there, just maybe simply how they're going to approach their bats, because McClendon looked really good last inning. So are they going to change anything up? Are they going to go after the first pitch here and attack the zone, or are they going to, still stay patient at the plate?
For the Cardinals, first baseman number 25, Vera
Pueyo will step in. Pueyo's been in a little bit of a slump this year, but he came up big in the NorCal playoffs last year. Hit a home run against Valley Christian. Newman got the 7 seed last year and had to go on the road. Excuse me, St. Francis, not Valley Christian. This would be a good time for him to get his stroke back. Facing the lefty, and he's hit by the pitch.
Ooh, wow.
Pueyo gets aboard.
I thought he might have offered at it, but the ball hit him in the forearm. Watt not going to come out and ask for any help. See the pitch. Or we won't.
Here it is.
Yeah, ball gets him right down by the elbow.
So Newman gets a runner aboard. No outs and a throw over to first, checking Pueyo back. Not a big threat to steal.
So again, big decision for De Benedetti. Does he want to go ahead and bunt here and try to move the runner over with his 9-hitter? We saw him put on the sacrifice earlier in the game.
Brinson showing bunt. Pulls back. That may have been just all that throw over to first base was about, trying to get Brinson to tip his hand. Brinson hitting .231 on the year. one of the guys that signed and committed the other day. Shows the bunt right back to the pitcher. They're going to try to get the lead runner, and then the throw gets away at first. So they were able to get the lead runner, but it's going to work out just fine for Newman as Brinson hustles into second base. And Coach Watt is going to argue that the slide at second caused that.
Center fielder number 17, Anane Wilson.
Yeah, the bunt was right back to the pitcher, McClendon, and he threw to second. And Poyu was making the slide. Here we go. We'll see. He has to make contact with the bag, I'm pretty sure, there, and he slid just past the bag. So I think that's the point that Whitney's talking about. But it doesn't look like it's going to go Whitney's way. And then you see Brinson makes it all the way over to second on the throwaway.
So a runner at second for Newman.
Yeah, that break right there at second base went Newman's way because the runner did lose contact with the bag and slide past the bag.
I'm going to show it to you again.
And I'm
maybe even slow it down a little bit more.
Pretty sure that rule would, then what happens here is the slide by the Cardinal Newman runner, how he has to maintain contact with the bag. And he didn't do that, so anyway.
Anane Wilson now will try and drive in the first run of the game for Newman.
That's a play 20 years ago. It's no big deal at all now, but there's all these safety rules in here to protect the players, and that's one of them. You see some ticky-tack calls there. Sometimes they'll call a double play on something like that.
Checking the runner back in. Wilson's 1 for 1 today. A single his first time up.
And he went right back up the middle.
Ball, and the pitch gets away. Here comes Brinson.
I think he called it a strike, so yeah, it's 0-2.
Here it is again. Not sure what happened there.
Yeah, a little check swing, and then he offered at it, but the ball got by Saunders.
Yeah, I think that threw Saunders off. Runner at third now for Newman. Wilson can do a lot of things now. 0-2. The middle infielders are back. Even the first baseman is back. So really anything on the ground that isn't hit to third base, I'm sure Brinson will try and score here. Of course, Anane Wilson is thinking lift this ball, get it to the outfield somewhere, make it a little bit easier to score on a sac fly. It's a line drive right at second base. Up break for Newman.
Perfect positioning by Whitney there. And again, you think last time he hit a single up the middle, a second baseman might be shading the middle, but second baseman was his normal position, and
he squared this up.
He hit the ball hard here, Wilson did. Great contact, stroking the ball the other way, thinking if he just puts the ball in play over there, it's going to get a run home.
Nate Niehaus now. Niehaus with a bouncer to second, and Whitney gets out of it. Newman comes up empty, and we've completed 3 full innings of play.
Well, we got a barn burner here, don't we? Pitcher's duel.
It's like in a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel for sure. Today's game is sponsored by Diamond Service Grading, the best way to get your cards and memorabilia graded. They are fast, they are accurate, they are transparent. It is a better grading system. They'll tell you exactly why your card graded the way it did, and they now introduce custom label choices. They're also local. Diamond Service Grading.
Visit our booth or online at billytees.com to purchase a wide variety of championship t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, patches, and much more.
Also sponsoring tonight's game is the North Bay Elite, the premier AAU girls basketball program in the North Bay and beyond. They travel the country looking for top competition with players now playing at the Division I, Division II, Division III, and NAIA levels. For the best in AAU basketball, look no further than the North Bay Elite. Pretty good crowd here. Whitney is a D1 school. They were in the D1 Sac Joaquin playoffs.
And the way it works is the CIF section simply puts teams where they think they belong in their in whatever division. Doesn't matter. You could be a Division IV team playing a Division I bracket in CIF.
Yeah, because Newman was Division III in NCS, but it's competitive equity. So the top 8 teams, no matter what their division, they play Division I. The next 8, no matter what their division, they play Division II. Some people like it, most people don't.
I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I think if you want to be the best, go out and beat the best. And hey, it's the old Indiana basketball model. Back what they used to have, the small schools. The old Hoosiers can go play the big guys. Go out and show them we can beat you. And no one's going to kid anybody here. I mean, this Cardinal Newman team is really, really good, top to bottom. There's no denying they can hang where they're at.
Top of the 4th now. Whitney has had a nice rally squelched by Rhoda. They've been quiet other than that.
Vavac up, and he struck out last time on a high fastball.
Vavac takes that one. Strike one.
And Whitney's offense had a little meeting in between innings there, trying to talk about maybe their offensive approach and if they're going to change anything here.
Bounces this one, or sitting in the air. Puello chasing it and can't catch up. Thought he might have a chance at that, but ran out of real estate.
Again, we really haven't seen it come into play at all yet, but now the wind is now, instead of blowing to left, it's blowing pretty much straight out to center field. So if anybody on either team gets a hold of one, it's going to get a little extra 10 or 15 feet of carry.
0-2 to Vavac. And that one's on the corner. Rhoda gets the call.
Brinson set up outside, and he was a good 4 inches outside, and he hit the glove, and the ump went ahead and gave it to him. But this pitch, if he's not set up out there, he might not get the call.
Shortstop number 1.
And part of it is the batter's backing up as the umpire's making the call. If he stays in there and acts like he wants to be a hitter, sometimes the ump won't ring him up on that pitch.
Quick one out for Rhoda, breaking ball that just misses outside.
So that pitch was the same distance outside off the plate as the last one. Just he simply got the call last time.
Luke Euler at the plate now.
Last time Euler hit a single right back up the box.
Yeah, they ended up stranding him at third, but he got to within 90 feet of giving us our first score of the game. Game's moving along pretty quick. We're already in the top of the 4th inning, 0-0. We're under an hour, and we're almost halfway through this one.
And only 3 hits on the board, 2 for Whitney and 1 for Newman. And again, none of those hits have been like nothing. They really square it up, and no doubles in the gap or anything like that. It's simply been just put the ball in play and get it past the infielders, get on base. These pitchers have both been really dealing.
Rhoda kind of slipped and fell on the pitch before this one. Not sure what happened. Kind of lost his front foot slipped right there. You were talking about how he probably knows the mound really well.
Then he's the one pitcher to slip, huh?
3-1 now to Euler, trying to get on base for the second time today.
Here comes a fastball right down the middle.
Challenge fastball. That's a strike. Euler was headed to first.
Strike zone's opened up a little bit since the first inning.
Plate umpire John Pierce says not so fast, Luke. 3-2 now. And that's one of those ones that's right on the edge. Could have gone either way. 3-2 now. Rhoda set near the belt. Winds and deals. That one's going to be foul down the left field line by Euler.
Euler asked for time late, and the umpire did not grant it. Umpires at all levels, well, there's certain rules in the majors, but same in college, but the umpires at all levels are not granting timeout to the batters as often as they used to.
The Cardinal Newman softball team now trails Ponderosa 4-1 in the fourth inning.
Going inside here.
Missing back up the middle. Euler is 2 for 2.
Just like last time, he just squared that one up. The challenge fastball. Rhoda wanted that ball a little bit more on the inside part of the plate, and it hung out right down the middle, and Euler just puts it right back up the middle. Just quick hands here. Again, good battle, good short swing. One out. We'll see whether or not Euler has any wheels, because one run might win this game, and it might be time to start taking some chances on the base pass.
1 out and 1 on. Euler has stolen 3 times this year.
Short lead, actually, right now.
Gilmore at the plate. Fly ball right field. Niehaus started in. Now he drifts back and toward the line and makes the catch. 2 away.
Watt might have been thinking hit and run there, and Euler took a few steps like he was going to steal, and then Gilmore swung at it.
McClendon steps in now. Both pitchers also hitting today. 2 outs now, and that's a strike. McClendon walked his first time up. That loaded the bases. Rhoda, who gets the ball to the plate really quick. He's tough to steal off of. But I agree with you, Pat. This might be time to take a little bit of a risk. Base runners are really a premium today.
Yeah, and Rhoda's around the plate, so it's not like Rhoda's going to miss by a foot. You know, it's going to be hard to put the ball in play. If the guy can get the bat on the ball, worst case, he hopefully fouls it off. He might want to try to start a runner and try to get some first and third action or something.
He does go. Pitches a strike. The throw is on the money, and Justice Brinson guns him down. Oh, my goodness. Brinson just nailed him at second base. See how he gets out of the crouch right here.
Yeah, I mean, in this pitch, it is outside, and he just doesn't put the ball in play here. His job here is to foul this pitch off, and he can't do it, and Brinson just comes up and throws a gun. Boom. He didn't throw a gun, he threw a bullet.
Rod Materi making the call right there. And we are heading now to the bottom of the fourth inning.
Max Preps is also an official photographer of the CIF.
See what kind of a jump he got.
He didn't get that good of a jump. I mean, it was definitely hit and run play, and he wasn't off that far. It was just simply a good outside pitch that kind of tailing away, and the hitter just couldn't get a piece of it. And once Brinson caught the ball, it was all he had to do is play catch.
Here's that throw down again.
Yeah, you see, watch this ball, outside part of the plate. Watch the batter. He's trying to foul this thing off. Can't do it. And this is, almost semi like a pitch out. Wasn't a perfect throw, but good enough. And easy tag out there. So we're heading to the bottom of the fourth. 4 hits right now.
Yep. Some of the Southern California teams opted not to play in this tournament. They've got graduation and a bunch of stuff going on, and they decided not to even come to the SoCal portion of this, which doesn't affect us up in NorCal, but that's kind of a bummer.
It's always a tough time when you're coaching high school baseball when something like this happens at the end of the year, especially when you have a decent amount of seniors. They're all looking forward to graduation. They have finals and all this stuff. They want to go out. They want to see their friends, do things, but you want to keep them locked in on the field. I don't think Derek DeBenedict is going to have a problem here at Cardinal Newman. I'm not sure about Whitney, but I do know some other schools that will have trouble keeping their kids locked in the section championship because the kids are just going to want to. They're going to want to be out there doing things with their friends, staying out till midnight or 1 in the morning.
Other games being played. Valley Christian taking on Clayton Valley Charter. Franklin actually got the 3 seed. I had that backwards over Whitney. De La Salle, the 2 seed. They're playing Buchanan High School right now here in these CIF baseball playoffs. Moving along now, bottom of the 4th.
3-4-5 coming up for Cardinal Newman. This is where they need to get on the board here. Whoever strikes first here obviously is going to have a massive advantage in this game.
First pitch is a ball to Brady Boyd.
Defense straight away.
One pitch, and Boyd hits this one down the right field line. It's going to end up in the bullpen.
And Allen made that closer than it looked, or than I thought it was going to be. He hustled all the way over there.
Boyd popped up to first base his first time up. Brady Boyd's been kind of an anchor in the 3-hole for Coach DeBenedetti much of the year. A couple home runs. 1-2 pitch. And he hits this one. Second baseman Jimenez has it. Did he get the throw there in time?
What a pick.
Yes, he did. Oh, great job by the first baseman staying down on that and making the pick. How about that?
That was just a great play by Jimenez and Gilmore. Both guys with A-plus plays there to keep the 3-hitter off the bases. We're seeing some defense today, Dave.
No doubt. That was a great play as Lazark hits this one to short. Tough play, long throw, and a very good one by Euler. Wow, 2 up, 2 down. Let's go back to that scoop stretch at first base.
You'll see Gilmore here, not Jimenez. Jimenez throws it. Ball bounces about 2 feet in front of the mitt, and what a great pick there by Gilmore. And then the shortstop, Euler, says, I can do it too, and he goes deep in the hole and shows off his arm, and Gilmore with a good stretch just gets his arc. Boy, some defense going on today, both squads.
Sam Valenti is next.
I'm telling you right now what Valenti's thinking, Dave. He's thinking big fly to left. The way this game's going, it may just take one big shot to be the winner.
Sam Valenti takes that one. 2-0.
Oh, McClendon getting a little squeezed here. Those were strikes last inning on the other side. So Valenti's going to sit dead red here. Try to yank one.
See if Valenti has the green light. He actually went with a little breaking ball, slow roller to third. Tough play, and making the play. Erickson, side, retired. Back to the dugout. Go the Wildcats. As that play is made, and we've completed 4 full innings of play. And it looks like we've got a good one here at Cardinal Newman High School as both teams doing some great pitching, and their defense is on point. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Bear Diner, the CIF's official family diner. Connected, good food matters. Time for dinner, I would like to celebrate and congratulate our athletes and families here today. On your way home,
So we're moving along to the top of the 5th inning. Still 0-0, only 4 hits between the two teams. Whitney has 3 of them as Landon Rhoda gets back out on the bunt.
Go ahead.
Newman had a really tight game just like this in their section championship.
Yeah, Campo.
They were down 1-0 to Campo, and they had to pull it out in the bottom of the 7th inning, and they've won a lot of games like that this year. A team with a 27-1 record, you'd think, they probably have a few blowouts along the way. That hasn't been the case. They've had a lot of really close games.
Yeah, and with the game of baseball, too, a lot of times those things end up evening out. So it's hard, like you said, to keep winning those things. So that's been impressive. But the game of baseball is a crazy game, and I am just sitting here wondering how this one's going to be decided the way this thing's going right now. I mean, Valente, I saw on that 2-0 pitch, I think he was thinking try to hit one into the tennis courts, and he thought he was going to get a fastball down the middle, and he got a breaking ball in the inside corner and got jammed. So it was good pitching right there. Didn't give in. Neither one of these pitchers is saying, okay, here you go ahead and hit this ball. They're both trying to hit the corners. They're both still working their fastball and their breaking ball. And Rhoda's been very impressive. When his slider's working with his fastball, pretty much Whitney doesn't have a chance. It's when his slider's not coming over the plate, Whitney can just sit on the fastball. They're doing a good job poking it back up, trying to get a single here or there, but the Newman defense has been good, as has Whitney's.
McClendon was left at the plate when Euler was thrown out trying to steal. So he gets a fresh count after walking his first time up. That was in the 2nd inning, and there's that slider missing 1-0.
Yeah, so you hate to say it, because you're not trying to say anything's easy here with these two teams, but Rhoda is lucky he's facing the 7, 8, 9 hitters here.
This one's hit well. Nonning Wilson will jump on his horse, but he's going to chase it back to the fence. Extra bases for McClendon. McClendon coming around second, being waved to third. And he's safe. A stand-up triple to start the inning for McClendon.
So announcers jinx. McClendon just taters this thing. Good swing. And at first I thought Wilson might have a shot at it, but that wind is pushing the ball, helping it go. And a leadoff triple. Now big decisions here. Looks like we might be having a pinch hitter. What do we got going
pinch
here?
Runner, I would imagine, for the pitcher, McClendon.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen here.
They're thinking about it. They're talking. They're talking to the home plate umpire. So here comes
here comes somebody.
Jonathan Wall.
Yeah. McClendon will head back to the dugout. He'll get a big hand.
So a guy who probably didn't think he was going to get in this game right now is the most important person on the field. Wall, he's actually been chewing sunflower seeds, coming out, picking up bats, giving the umpire balls. Not saying his head wasn't in the game, but now he's got to make sure he's locked in here at third.
Newman brings the infield in, and this one's hit to left field. Valente can't make the play. Oh, and he was thinking about that throw. The ball just kind of had topspin on it. Valente couldn't handle it.
Yeah, Saunders goes after the first pitch, and he hits it well, but like you said, it had a bunch of topspin. Valente's charging hard, and what's Valente saying? Oh, my God, I'm going to throw this guy out at the plate. That's what he's thinking. Here's Saunders. Topspin on this ball. So possible sac fly, but it's shallow. And the ball hits Valente right around the knees.
Another pinch runner coming in.
And it'll go down as the E7 there.
Corden Petey is going to come in and run.
So an error on the left fielder. Gets Saunders on. Now pinch runner, and then the run scores Wall. Pinch runner. Do you bunt here?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
And he fouls it off.
Yeah, Vanderkamp last time hit a ground ball to second. Let me go ahead and take a look at that play here. Valente's charging in. He's got an absolute hose, so he's thinking he can throw the guy out, and he just drops it. Unfortunate for the kid.
Showing bunt again. And fouling it off again. 0-2. Will he give him the bunt sign now with 2 strikes?
Well, Rhoda's doing a good job there. He's putting that ball just outside the zone, and Vanderkamp's got to reach for it and hasn't been able to get a bunt fair. We're going to find out here. 0-2. Could kind of pitch out here to see if they get crazy inside the runner, too. Fastball way away. So the bunt's off right now. Petty running it first. Newman trying to turn the double play and stop this mini rally.
Aiden Vandekamp. That one's in the dirt. Brinson stops it. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Good stop.
You called it, Pat. Runs are going to be a premium. That runner at third was so important, and Whitney able to get him home. That's a huge run right now in this ball game.
I was dying to see if Valente was going to be able to throw him out.
Yeah, I wanted to see that myself. Fly ball right field. Nate Niehaus calls for it, and Niehaus makes the play.
Easy play there for Niehaus. Got underneath it. Runner wasn't definitely not a threat to tag. So now we flip the lineup over here, and Jimenez, the leadoff hitter, comes up. He's struck out and hit a ground ball to short. Really big for Rhoda here. I'm really impressed with his composure. Hasn't let what happened out there in the triple and the error rattle him. He just came right back and has been pounding the zone. Expect more of the same here.
Jax Jimenez at the plate now. Leadoff guy. Top of the order has been pretty ineffective against Rhoda so far today.
Yeah, it's been the 5, 6, 7 guys who've done the damage.
Yeah, I kind of noticed the way he set up his lineup. He put some of the guys in the middle of that lineup that have a lot of runs batted in and a few home runs. He kind of loaded up the 6, 7, 8 holes. This one pulled foul.
So again, Watt gonna say, okay, I'm gonna get this guy in motion here, try to make something happen, try to stay out of the double play. Got my leadoff hitter up, who should be able to make some contact here. 3rd time he's seen the pitcher.
That one misses inside. 2-1. This would be a good time to send him right here.
Yeah, and that pitch was a strike. Brinson just jumped up, and the umpire did give him a call. Brinson was worried about the runner at first, which cost Newman the strike call there.
This one hit well to center field, and Ane Wilson coming in, and he's got it. He's going to try to double him off first, but the throw is just not quite in time.
Nice play.
Wilson got a good jump on that one.
You said it, Dave. What a jump. And then, I don't need to tell you what happens if that ball gets by him. But
see how close that was at first base.
He gets back by a step or so, but we'll see. Wilson does come up and throw, and pinch runner gets back there.
Good base running.
Good base running, good defense. Again, the defense in this game has been, for the most part, incredible.
That one's fouled off by Allen.
So Allen struck out in the curveball, looking. Here's the play. Wow. And you see the ump come right up and say out. He's got to make a call quickly there, because the runner's got to know, do I run? Because I'll be forced off at second if I don't go, or is it caught and I got to get back? He had a check swing ground ball back to the pitcher and struck out looking, so he hasn't done much today. I didn't see Watt, the head coach, flashing signs there, so probably not going here.
1-1 count to Allen. That one misses away.
We'll see if he flashes some signs now. Watt is going to go ahead and give some signs.
Top of the fifth, 1-0 Whitney as they try to move on in this NorCal bracket. This one's hit in the air. Little looper. Wilson gets under it and makes the catch. So Newman averts further damage. And we are going to move along to the bottom half of the fifth inning now. Whitney gets the lead here with this game. 1-0. The Whitney Wildcats up over Cardinal Newman. We'll take a break right here and be back with more in just a moment.
Visit www.nike.com for more information on
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race.
If it was anywhere close to him, I think we gunned him.
Nice day here as we take a look at the Cardinal Newman campus. Going to the bottom of the fifth. A lot of construction going on here. See to the left that new Student Life Center and the new classrooms. The two-story buildings there in the back of the campus. After the fire, they've recovered nicely. Finals week also here.
What every high school and college kid looks forward to, right?
Oh, yeah.
Landon Rhoda.
Summer is around the corner. Rhoda did a great job there limiting the damage. And now he gets to come up here and see if he can match pitcher for pitcher here.
Rhoda at the plate, takes one for a ball, 1-0.
He flew out last time to right field. Allen made a nice play.
Swing and a miss.
Dugout telling him, go up the middle here.
Takes that one low. 2-1 to Landon Rhoda. Newman trailing now. We're going to get some action in the Newman bullpen. It looks like Jack Larson's going to head down there, start shaking it loose. McClendon winds and deals, and Rhoda swings and misses.
And both these pitchers just command of the strike zone.
And Rhoda fouls that one off.
Clendon hasn't walked a guy, and neither has Rhoda. Oh, excuse me, there's been one walk.
Fouls that one off.
Rhoda walked McClendon. Other than that, Rhoda's just simply trying to put the ball in play, go the other way. The wind's blowing out toward right, so if he gets a hold of one, he might run for a while.
And that one swung on and missed. Strike three.
Good fastball outside corner. Rhoda just couldn't catch up with it.
There's the action down in the Newman bullpen.
Number 18,
Jack Larson.
Boardman.
Side note, my neighbor, his dog's name's Maui.
Got to know that kind of stuff.
Well, you know, it is baseball. John Miller, Vince Scully. We are not, but we do have a few stories about these kids.
Diego Boardman, 1-0. Pops this one up.
Not an easy play.
Looks like Jimenez, second baseman, is going to call for that one.
And turns out to be an easy play.
Yeah. But you're right. The sun, and it's kind of in between a few guys down there, the wind.
Well, the way I saw Gilmore running after it, he did not have a good beat on it. And I didn't think Allen was going to make it in. And then Jimenez to save the day. And here comes a big fella trying to send a big fly to right field.
Yeah, Cuello has been kind of quiet this year. Would love to come alive right here in this NorCal playoff game.
Well,
got hit by the pitch his first time up.
That's one of those nice things once the playoff starts. Slate's clean.
That one down. 2-0 to Vero.
You're going to see McClendon walk around the mound here. He just missed with the first pitch. Thought it was a strike, and then he let that affect him. He got upset. Then he really missed badly here on the second pitch. So he's going to go try to refocus himself here.
Cuello to second. Jimenez has another one. Boy, he has been so busy today.
Vacuum cleaner.
1, 2, 3 inning. 5 full innings of play in the books here, and it is still 1-0 Whitney. The Wildcats will come to the plate with a chance to add to their lead. So we head to the top of the 6th inning here at Cardinal Newman High School.
Well, I mean, this is just simply a straight up pitcher's duel. I mean, these pitchers are just going at each other. 4 hits given up by Rhoda, 1 by McClendon, 1 error on each side, 1 hurt the other team, 1 didn't, and only 1 walk in the game. And for high school pitching, that's really incredible. And it's not like the strike zone from this umpire is really big either. He's being definitely fair. But both these pitchers really commanded it, and so far the difference in the game is that triple.
Take a look around the campus here at Cardinal Newman. Nice shot.
What we do before drones, Dave?
I don't know.
Did you get up on a ladder and you just like
blimp? It was the Goodyear blimp before drones.
Hey, come to think of that, they even show up anymore?
Yeah, I think so. Once in a while.
Well,
Landon Rhoda back out here now for the top of the 6th inning. Larson getting loose down in the bullpen.
And Whitney's going to bring up their 3, 4, 5 hitters, Erickson, Vavac, and Euler. So, again, Erickson and Vavac haven't done anything today. 3 strikeouts and a ground out, but then Euler's the guy with 2 singles up the middle. So, going to be huge for Whitney to try to get one of those guys on and tack on, because we both know, everybody sitting here knows, 1-run lead is not safe against any team in the playoffs here. Anything can happen. And like you said, Newman came back a couple days ago in the 7th.
So Nathan Erickson will make his way to the plate. So we move to the 6th inning. Newman down to their last 6 outs. Landon Rhoda continues to take his warm-up tosses.
So, yeah, now this really becomes a game now where the managers are critical. You know, they've set their lineups up. They pretty much let them go. Watt went ahead and pinch ran a couple guys. You were able to re-enter them last inning. But now Watt's really going to be managed on his end to play defense and try to get McClendon through this game. And DeBenedetti's going to be like I got to manufacture a run. I've got to get something on the board somehow, some way. So it becomes a real big chess game between both these managers here. And again, they only have so much control, but they're both going to really be digging deep here to try to find one more run for their offense.
Hope you're enjoying our coverage today here of this NorCal Division I first-round playoff game. Dave Cox and Pat McDonald bringing you the action as Landon Rhoda gets set to face Nathan Erickson to lead off the 6th inning for the Whitney Wildcats. This is outside with that one. Breaking ball.
Just thinking back of the memories we've had calling games here and all around the county, Dave.
Yeah.
When the field was facing the other way.
Oh, yeah.
Back
way before they had turf.
Joe Felice. Daryl Weiss was helping them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of great games here and at Doyle Park. If you remember, so many of the teams used Doyle Park as their home field back then.
Loved it. Nothing like playing there.
That's a breaking ball that misses up. 2-1.
But the way they're building fields now, this is so much nice. The maintenance is just basically non-existent here for Coach Benedetti.
Yeah, and they're hoping to get turf into Doyle Park at some point, make that a more useful facility year-round.
Yeah, Casey Ohlenberger, right?
Yep.
Is working his tail off, try to get that to happen. And when you're working with the city, sometimes the wheels turn slow, but he's trying to grind it out. And again, for every kid who ever grew up in Santa Rosa playing Doyle Park was special under the lights.
And there's a strike. I think the city has kind of said, okay, you can do it, but you got to raise the money on your own. And so that's been the challenge now, is trying to get some donations and try to get that going. If anybody out there would like to help the cause, and Casey would really enjoy that.
Yeah, let's write $1 million check to Casey, and away we go.
Yes, 3-2 now to Erickson. Fouls it straight back.
So we're an hour and 28 minutes into this game. Top of 6. Game moving right along.
Rolling. Three-two again, and
wow,
Erickson
what a pitch.
Stays alive.
What a
wow.
pitch and what a fight off. Wow, great battle. I thought he had him there. Erickson last minute just fouled that sucker off.
Just got a piece. Fouls it straight back.
3 straight fouls. Ooh, nervous time at the forearm, as Chick Hearn would say.
Pitch count.
You lost all our balls.
Pitch count. Rhoda's now at 93, so that's why they've got somebody loose down there. 110's the limit in a high school game. You can only throw 110 pitches. After that, you finish that batter, and you got to come out.
For good reason.
3-2. Rhoda winds and deals, and it's popped up. Brinson coming toward the Whitney dugout, and he had a little trouble with the on-deck batter.
They're going to
call him out. They're calling it interference. Oh, and that's going to get Jackson Watt red hot. You can bet on that.
So the ball was popped up.
Number 21, Jonathan Avon.
Here it is. You see, he did have a little bit of trouble with that on-deck guy who just really didn't make a big effort to get out of the way.
And that's the question. How big effort does he have to make? But, if you're Newman, you're happy with the call. If you're Whitney, you're hot under the collar. That was a call that was really close. Either way, I mean, I'm glad I didn't have to make it.
Yeah.
But the ump made the call. It wasn't like the ump was right there either. He was doing it from kind of high home plate. It wasn't like he ran over there. You don't see the umpire over there with the catcher. You see the. And so it's kind of tough. Brinson did a good job, turning around, looking at the umpire like, hey, he got in my way. And he did get in his way a little bit. The question is whether he's going to call it or not.
2-1. Crowd getting fired up. Vavac at the plate.
Well, definitely fired up the Whitney dugout there. They thought they got wrong. But, bottom line is it's out.
Going to be pitch number 100 for Landon Rhoda. 3-1 the count, and that's a strike. Vavac has struck out twice today. Crowd making some noise. That's strike 3. Oh, my goodness.
Fastball outside corner. Just paints it. A perfect pitch by Rhoda.
Gets him looking.
Yeah,
Brinson was set up right there.
He was, and it was just a perfect pitch. Here's Oilers, single twice up the middle.
Yeah, Oilers had quite a day.
And the question is, does he take 2 or 3 pitches, try to get him to that 110 pitches, or does he go after the first pitch here? You know, how much is that into Watt's head? Did he tell his guys, go up there, try to work the count full. Let's knock this guy out of here. But Rhoda just dealing right now.
That's a strike.
And that pitch was outside by a good 5 inches, but he got the call. You see Oilers saying that wasn't a strike, and the home plate umpire saying it was.
Whitney has been pretty fired up today. They've disagreed with a few calls. 0-2 pitch, and Brinson sets up off the plate that time and does not get the call.
So Oilers got to protect the plate now. You'll see he'll be swinging anything close here.
One ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball, bounce to Pueo, steps on the base, foul ball.
So Rhoda's only got a few more pitches, 4 or 5 pitches. That's why that's a big foul ball right there. Make him throw another pitch.
Oh, yeah. And he gets him to swing and miss. Brinson tags him out. And that will do it for Whitney in the top of the 6th. So Newman will come to the plate now. And Jackson Watt is going to have a few words with the plate umpire as he comes across. Good ball game. Things getting heated and fired up here as we move along in this D1 playoff game. Stay with us. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
High school goes by in a flash, but if you make the most of it, you'll have lifelong memories and skills needed for college and beyond.
What does it smell like?
It smells like condiments, like mustard and ketchup.
Bottom of the 6th inning, a 1-0 game. Newman and Whitney going at each other. Cardinal Newman ranked 22nd in the country by Max Preps, according to their computer rankings. 9-1-2. Set to face McClendon, who's been lights out.
Yeah, Brinson got a sac bunt down last time, ended up at second on a throwing error. So Cardinal Newman pretty much has things set where they want it. They've got their 9-hitter up, and then they got the top of the order coming up. And then if they don't score here, they're still going to have potentially their 3, 4, 5 guys coming up in the 7th.
Lazark and Larson now throwing down in the bullpen. Lazark, who's at shortstop, but has to throw now while he's not up. It's always tough to get one of your position players loose during a game. So we see McClendon Got a one-hitter going right now. Bottom of the 6th inning, Newman trailing 1-0. Whitney has out-hit Cardinal Newman 4-1. 52 pitches. He's thrown half as many pitches as as Rhoda. Bouncer, right side. First baseman has it and steps on the base. Easy play. One away for Gilmore.
And the one word I just think of when I watch him pitch is just efficient. I mean, I'm about fell over in my seat when you said 52 pitches there.
Number 17, Anane Wilson.
Anane Wilson is next.
He's got an infield single and he lined out to second. So he's made good contact so far today. And
yeah, he laced that line out, no doubt about it.
Again, third time through the order. He's seen him twice already, so he's going to be a lot more prepared this time.
That one misses up.
Wow.
Close pitch.
Really close.
1-1 to Wilson. That one's outside. McClendon just missing with a couple breaking balls to Anane Wilson. And the count goes 2-1.
Two close pitches went Wilson's way.
That's outside. 3-1. McClendon a little frustrated. He's going to take a walk.
Well, coaching staff for Whitney was on the umpire in between innings, and looks like the umpire might have tightened the zone. He's not supposed to do that, but maybe he's letting it get to him.
And that's a walk to Wilson.
First walk of the day.
Number 32, Nate Niehaus.
Niehaus struck out and ground ball to second.
Niehaus has been so clutch this year for this Newman team. Wilson always a threat to steal.
Oh yeah!
Throw to first, checking him back.
So right now, a lot of pressure on the defense here. Sun in the right fielder's eyes.
And he takes a strike. Wilson has 28 stolen bases this year. He's been caught 3 times.
Well, it might be time to say, hey, let's go. Tough call, but with that kind of success.
And Niehaus laces it in center field. That's a base hit. Wilson will throw on the brakes at second. And here come the Cardinals.
Niehaus gets the fastballs low, too, and he just golfs that thing to center. Good contact.
Got bullpen action for Newman. Both teams are going to take an opportunity to kind of gather the troops and talk things over.
And you're not looking for a bunt here with your 3-hitter. He's looking for him to drive in Wilson here. So Boyd has popped up to the first baseman and hit a ground ball up the middle where the defense made a nice play. So he's 0 for 2. So obviously huge part of this game in the 6th inning. 1 out. Whitney looking for the double play. Newman looking for the single.
Runners are going. Throw is low. And he's safe. Everybody's safe. Oh, my goodness. Wow. What a gutsy call by Derek Benedetti.
Well, he went ahead and was saying, listen, McClendon is not going to be concentrating the runners here. I'm just going to send my guys. And he makes it easily. Third baseman Erickson did a good job keeping that ball from going to left field.
Yeah, I thought for a moment that might get by him.
Infield in here is your best number 3 hitter up at the plate.
Wow, drama building here in this NorCal playoff first round game. Newman trailing by a run. Their 3-hitter up with a runner at third and a runner at second, and only 1 out. Brady Boyd is 0 for 2 so far today. Hugo's excited. There's Wilson and Niehaus representing the tying and go-ahead runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Boyd, fly ball. Will it be deep enough? Wilson is tagging. Here he comes. They throw to third, and Wilson scores. We're tied up.
Great job by Boyd, putting the ball in play, getting it deep enough to send Wilson. He does a good job, does his job. We'll see. Does he take off early? No, it doesn't look like it. He gets there, and then big play by Rogowski to center field where he smartly threw toward third to keep Niehaus there.
We are all tied up. Jack Lazark at the plate.
So the stolen base pays off for Newman.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was huge. Lazark trying to give Newman the lead, swing and a miss.
He pumped that pitch up there.
Lazark has grounded out twice today.
So you always hear the announcers say it when you're watching a pro game. I mean, there's a base open. He does not have to give in to him here. If he wants to paint corners here, he can. And go after the next guy.
Bouncer foul.
Clendon shows no sign of that. He's going after him.
Yeah, I like McClendon's stuff. You know, he's not a real big guy, but he just, like you've said, pounds the zone with all kinds of different stuff, and it's really hard to square the ball up. Newman's had a tough time with him today.
Yeah, definitely a lot of movement on the breaking ball, and the fastball doesn't come in there that straight either.
When I looked at his numbers, I thought we were going to see more of a power pitcher. He averages almost 2 strikeouts per inning.
He's only walked 1 guy, and that was this inning, and it came back to haunt him.
1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Went with the high heat. Just changes speed so well.
Well, here we go, Davo. Coming in the 7th, baby.
Good ball
Let's
game.
go.
Good ball game here at Cardinal Newman High School. And we are going to go to the 7th, all tied up. Wow, what a game.
Well,
Newman and Whitney going at each other, 2 teams from completely different sections. And what a great game this has been so far.
And we were mentioning earlier, you know, the managers are going to try to push buttons to try to get run home, and that's exactly what Coach DeBenedetti did. He pushed the stolen base button. He bet on that McClendon was not going to be paying attention to the runners there, you know, in that key situation, and he was right.
New pitcher coming in for Cardinal Newman. It's going to be the right-hander, Jack Larson.
It's a big moment here for Jack coming in. He's got to throw strikes, of course, and he's going to give a new lick here to Whitney. Whitney's going to have coming up Gilmore, who's single to left center field and popped out to right, and then he was caught stealing.
Pitching for Cardinal Newman, number 14, Jack Larson.
Nice day here. You see the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium. We'll bring it back inside the baseball stadium here, Clyde Smith Field.
Leading off the inning for the Wildcats, number 22, Jace Gilmore.
Jace Gilmore will lead it off for Whitney. All tied up.
6 hits in total for both teams through 6 full innings.
First pitch from Larson is a strike.
Throws a big breaking slider there. Got a lot of movement on that pitch.
Yeah, well, what a way to start him off. Fastball on the outside corner. Larson looks good. Gilmore working a 1-for-2 day. He's singled.
Let's see if the catcher stays way outside again. Maybe go with that slider away. Get him to go fishing.
Top of the 7th inning. That one misses outside. And that's strike 3. Paints the corner and gets the call. Kind of interesting, the key plays in this game. One was a potential sac fly that was dropped, and the other one was a sacrifice
Exactly.
fly.
We should probably be sitting here with 2 sac flies. Larson here, you're gonna see the ump's giving him the outside corner here.
And that one just misses.
He tried to bend that around the corner of the plate. Came across the chalk.
McClendon had a walk and then a triple his last time up. Fouls that one off.
And there's no doubt what McClendon's trying to do. He's trying to go extra base hits again.
McClendon, who's pitched so well, and he ended up not scoring the run. They put in a pinch runner for him. But he certainly set the table with that triple to right center field his first time up.
He might have been looking slider there, and he got the fastball, and he swung late.
McClendon, who's going to go to San Diego State next year.
I like a good old strike 3 right here, pitch.
One and two. Breaking ball, and McClendon fouls it off. I've been impressed all day with the Whitney hitters' ability to battle with 2 strikes.
Yeah, they definitely are. Larson's got his slider working, very good pitch. Throwing it for strikes. His fastball's sneaky good.
Just does foul that one off.
Yeah, that pitch was probably outside, but with the umpire right now calling those pitches against Whitney, they got to make sure they foul those off.
And that's a ground ball to Boardman. Boardman has it. One away.
Saunders with a key at bat in this game where he got what was going to be possibly a sac fly. It topped a ball to left field, but it turned out being an error on the left fielder to get the run home. But he struck out his first time up, so he's 0 for 2. Comes up with a big spot right now.
Saunders waiting for the first pitch with 2 outs. A little sidewinder that just misses outside.
And again, these Whitney hitters not seen Jack this year, so it's going to be hard to pick up his slider first time up.
And this one to right field. Niehaus has a beat on it. And the side is retired. So we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning here. All tied up at 1-1. What a ball game here in the NorCal Division I playoffs. We'll be back with more action. Newman will try to get a walk-off here when we come back.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
So here we go to the 7th inning here at Clyde Smith Field, all tied up at 1 apiece in this NorCal first round playoff game. What a ball game.
Only Valente's third at bat of the day. 2 ground outs. That'll tell you when you're coming up in the 7th inning, it's only your 3rd time up. Telling you, we've got a pitcher's duel. Only 2 hits for Cardinal Newman today. 4 for Whitney. I don't know. Second.
McClendon's right around 70 pitches going into the 7th inning, so he has done a great job of throwing strikes today, and he's fresh. He could go a couple more at that rate.
Yeah, he could. Been around the plate. 1 walk for both starting pitchers in the entire game.
Number 28, Sam Valente leading it off for the Cardinals.
Valente will be the leadoff man for Newman here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Grounded out twice today. Valente with a grounder to 3rd. Throw across in time. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Very aggressive.
Erickson makes the play.
Very aggressive swing, but just got on top of it. And again, that's what McClendon does. His fastball's not straight. It moves a little bit. And these batters are having a hard time today squaring one up.
Rhoda at the plate now. He's the designated hitter.
Popped out down the right field line, and he struck out last time.
Rhoda swings and misses. McClendon still looks sharp.
And that fastball there dipped a little bit. Little movement.
That one misses down. 2-1 to Rhoda.
That's the 2nd time today he's at the front of the plate and the ball's bounced 20 feet over the catcher. 2-1, big pitch into the bat. See if he can go 3-1 and put a little pressure on McClendon.
2-2. Two-two pitch on the way. Rhoda fouls it off, hanging tough.
I think that was a breaking ball.
Yeah, had a little movement on it.
Good at bat here.
Rhoda and McClendon battling here in the NorCal playoffs. We didn't have regional playoffs for many, many, many years, and they just added those recently. Just kind of nice. You don't go to the state championship, but you can win the NorCal championship.
Yeah, basically, I mean, when you talk about like winning the NorCals compared to, say, winning your state championship in Wyoming or Montana or, you know.
And he walks. See if we get a pinch runner now. Colin Lopez, this guy they usually put in to pinch run. Valley Christian leads 7-3.
Diego Boardman.
Boardman struck out looking and popped up to second. Comes up with the game on the line.
Showing bunt. Boardman pulls back, and it's a ball apparently.
Wow,
looked like a pretty good pitch.
No, it looked like a strike. I don't know why it wasn't called a strike there.
Boardman working an 0 for 2 day.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Here we go, Bordy.
Boardman trying to make something happen here in the bottom of the 7th inning. This will be McClendon's 80th pitch of the day, and Boardman takes a strike, 2-1. See if Coach Benedetti starts the wheels moving.
Getting a good lead over there. Might see a throw to first base here. That's what I'd expect.
Man, that's fouled off by Boardman.
Good pitch on the inside corner. 2-2. DeBenedetti flashing signs.
Yeah, long look at the signs here by Boardman.
A lot of pressure on Saunders behind the plate.
And this one's hit the right field. That's a base hit. Here comes Rhoda to third, and he's safe. Runners at the corners for Newman with 1 out. Hitting behind the runner, and that runner being held on made the difference.
Wow. Boardman just putting that ball in play and just squeezing it under Gilmore's mitt. Great at bat. And easy first to third for Rhoda.
And now timeout for both teams.
Well, you have the double play in order, but you have to cut the run off at the plate. Take a look at this again. Just slaps the ball to right field and, again, just gets under. First, I thought it was going to be a ground out, but it had a little bit of giddy up on it and got underneath Gilmore's mitt. So Newman in really good shape right now. So the question is, do they walk? Do they walk Poway to try to set up the force play at the plate?
Here's that hit again.
Yeah, just probably wanted the ball more inside and just poked it to right. Again, didn't do too much with it. So you don't have to do that. The infield is going to stay back looking for a double play here. A little surprised right now.
Raul Valdivia is going to pinch hit here.
Pinch hitting, number 22.
Runners at first and third. Exact same situation Newman was in their section championship game against Campolindo. They had runners at first and third and 1 out, and Niehaus got down a squeeze bunt. I wonder if Whitney knows that. Whitney's going to have to bring the infield in right here.
Yeah, they're doing it now. Now the question is, if Newman steals, what do they do? Do they throw through or they just let the runner go? They might just let the runner go if he steals.
Yeah, and that could take the bat out of Valdivia's hands.
I think Derek DeBenedetti is just going to go ahead and steal right here. Steal second and then take the first.
Yeah, they're not even holding
the first
the
pitch.
Runner on. There he goes. And he's hit by the pitch. That's going to load the bases.
That's not the worst thing in the world for Whitney.
And I think the pitcher did that. You see a guy square like that, you're taught to either throw it right at him or throw it really high.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. If he throws it right at him and he gets out of the way and the ball gets to the backstop and the
risky.
game over, he's crazy.
4, Justice Brinson.
Justice Brinson is next.
In a glass cage of emotion.
Bases loaded, 1 out now.
So it looks like Whitney does know about the squeeze play because they are on top of the plate. The first baseman's way in. The third baseman's got to be careful about how far he comes in.
Justice Brinson at the plate for Newman. Takes a deep breath and steps in, facing McClendon. It's been so good, this lefty. First pitch is a strike right down the middle. Gavin McClendon at 5'10", 155 pounds. And tell you what, he has pitched much bigger than that today. There's the winning run. Landon Rhoda at third. Brinson fouls it straight back. 0-2. Newman takes off the squeeze bunt here.
Yep, 0-2. The runner second's getting a huge jump. Not like you can turn around and try to pick him off, but runner second's got to be careful. He really doesn't mean much.
Derek's not even giving signs right now.
Yeah. This is one of the things where if McClendon stepped off and tossed the ball to shortstop and the second baseman ran over and covered second, you'd have that guy picked off, but then let Rhoda could go running home. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the guy on second would get that big of a lead. He means absolutely nothing. Neither does the runner at first. This one's hit the right field. It's a base hit, and the ball game is over.
Everybody's got to touch their bags, and they do.
Yes, they all touch the base. Justice Brinson delivers. And this one is over. Wow.
Oh-2 pitch, high fastball, and Brinson just doesn't do too much with it and just puts the ball in play over the first baseman's head and wins the game for Newman.
How many times have these Cardinals done that this year? Win a game at the end. Hats off to Whitney and their pitcher McClendon. He pitched one heck of a game. And 2-1 is the final. Unbelievable.
Incredible game, incredible pitcher's duel. Both teams. I mean, this is one where, you know, it's easy to say, but it's just true. Neither team deserved to lose this game. Two quality teams. It just went at it. And just a beautiful game. Good sportsmanship there. And you see Brent Rossini, he knew as soon as he hit it. And McClendon tried to get that ball up a little high, but it didn't get it high enough.
A very exciting and great game.
Celebration.
Wow.
Congratulations
Look at that.
to both teams.
Each team 4 hits, each team 1 error.
Here's Rhoda coming to the plate. He knew it. Now, again, you're right. Everybody has to touch their base. We've seen that happen where a guy doesn't. It's a force out. But Newman makes sure, and they do touch them all. Wow, what a game.
It was crazy, but Newman moves on, and Whitney, that's a long bus ride home.
Drive home safely.
Yeah, look at the Cardinals going out to get Brinson right here. Here comes everybody. That's fun.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I said, as good as you feel for Newman, you just feel for Whitney and McClendon. And Derek DeBenedetti's talking to their manager, Watt, right now. DeBenedetti knows that it's not easy for Watt to go walk back to his team.
Oh, yeah.
And
McClendon, who's pitched so well, and they really had no chance out there on that one. So that is a final score right there. We'll take a quick break right here and be back with our player of the game interview coming up next.
High school goes by in a flash, but if you make the most of it, you'll have lifelong memories and skills needed for college and beyond.
All right, there's your final score in this one once again. 2-1, and we are now joined by our player of the game, kind of a no-doubter, Justice Brinson, who delivered that huge base hit. First of all, tell us what Coach Derek talked to you guys about as you came up right there with the winning run at third base.
I mean, all he said was, you're going to win the effing game. That's all he said. He said, you're just going to go win the game. And, that's what we did.
What a battle today. Talk about facing this really good left-handed pitcher today and what he did to keep you guys at bay.
Yeah, he's a quality arm. I know he's going somewhere good.
San Diego State.
San Diego State, yeah. Quality arm. I mean, he commanded his stuff. He hit his spots. His ball has really good life on it, similar to, like, Volmerding. Really good stuff. I mean, all day he kept us off balance, but hats off to him. He did great.
Yeah, and how about the defense on both sides of the field? They made some great plays. You guys made a great play. Center fielder made an incredible catch to keep the game even. What were you? How does it feel out there when your defense is playing like that and your pitcher's just dealing?
I mean, it's amazing, but I mean, it's nothing that surprises me. You know, we all work extremely hard each and every single day. So, you know, big time players are going to do big time things, and that's what our defense has done all year, especially our pitchers.
Yeah, on that last pitch, I know Dave talked about. You said Coach said you're going to win the game. We were thinking obviously he's going to try to get you to chase at a high fastball. He didn't get up enough, and you just poked it to right field. You weren't trying to do anything but get that over the infield, were you?
Yeah, no, that was exactly. I was just trying to stay simple, just kind of let my hands do the work, especially too. You know, just kind of see the ball as long as I can and hit somewhere where they're not.
Yeah. Just as Coach Joey Gomes says, just don't change in the clutch, right? Just go out and put the ball in play.
Yeah,
Great job, kid.
All right, let's take a look at it. Take us through it here. Just kind of a high outside pitch, and you went with it.
Yeah.
Good job with 2 strikes. That's a pressure situation.
Yeah, I mean, pressure is awesome. You know, I love it. I feel like I thrive under pressure. So I mean, there's nothing that I wasn't used to or didn't want to be in. So.
You guys have done this kind of all year long. You trail at times. You've had so many close games. The NCS championship game was a 2-1 come from behind. What's with this team and how resilient you guys are in the clutch like this?
Yeah, I mean, I think it comes down to just our chemistry with one another. I mean, we're brothers. I mean, we're like family. So in times like these when, you know, we're not hitting until the 6th inning, you know, we just kind of remind each other, stay with each other, and it's a lot of grit. We've been in this situation before, too, which helps. So, yeah, I mean, we're very, very fortunate to have a group of guys this close.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Justice. We'll see what happens. We heard that Valley Christian was winning their game late, so it looks like you guys may be taking a little bit of a road trip, which I assume is just fine with you at this point in the
You've
season.
been to that field?
I have not.
Beautiful.
It's
beautiful. It's up on a hill, and yeah, it's a cool field there. Not much foul territory there. Anyway, you'll have a good time.
Yeah, well, it'll be an honor to go play that.
All right, congratulations to Cardinal Newman. They win it. That's going to do it for our coverage here today. A 2-1 final. Valley Christian did win their game. Hugo got us the final. Thank you for that, Hugo. For Pat McDonald, our director, Zach Scott, and all of us here at YSN365.com, I'm Dave Cox, saying goodbye, and thanks for watching. The Cardinals come from behind to win this one 2-1 on a walk-off base hit by Justice Brinson.